fellas. We can be that mistake. Let's do this. What's up, y'all?
What's going on, guys?
We're Embrace the Suck 21.
Yes, we are.
I'm Spencer.
And I'm Daniel.
And we are finally finishing the first series of the Ricky Gervais show.
It's been a while.
Yeah. We just, at the time of this recording, we dropped one at 5 p.m., 10 p.m. UK.
Yep.
Yeah, on a Sunday. So I feel like it's gone relatively well. And here we are doing it again.
Yeah, here we are.
Yep.
We'll have this on the show, on our channel.
Yep, Sunday nights.
Sunday nights.
So let's do it.
Let's do it.
Freaks.
Questions for Karl, just to sort of try and tap into his brain, see what's going on there. Yeah. The questionnaire that is often featured at the end of the TV programme Inside the Actor's Studio. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Is that how it works?
No,
No,
what do you mean? What's the question?
Well, I don't know. You hear so many other things that you have to go through other gates. I can't imagine him being on the door, is what I'm saying. If he owns a place, what's he doing there? He could put anyone on it.
It's St. Peter, isn't it, who's normally minding the gates, famously.
Right, so it's him asking me.
Okay, well, let's say it's St. Peter.
No. You go through the gate. Peter goes, "Oh, you're expected. He's got an appointment. We're going through to God. Go through a few doors. Go up top floor. Right past the executive washroom into his big office. Okay, that overlooks the universe."
So what?
So you've gone in to see God. It's an audience with God. You've died. You've gone to heaven. And what would you like God to say to you at that point?
Probably just say, you've done well and that in your life. You never did anybody any harm. So welcome to heaven. Any problems, give us a shout. Here's a little layout of like a little map. It's kind of like.
I love this. This is a great answer. And my favourite one is, "You never did anyone any harm." That's great. That's a brilliant thing for God to say.
Yeah.
So hang on, he's giving you a little map.
So he's got a little map of the area. It's
And
big.
he'll sort of say, this is where you go for this is where you go for that. I'd probably ask him about the ghost situation. I'd say, am I now a ghost then? Or is this just like another planet that I've come onto?
Right.
I don't know if he'd answer that. I don't know if he'd be sort of a bit
cagey.
Yeah, a little bit like, well, I don't want to panic you and stuff. I'd say, right, is it right that I can see past family and that? Because to be honest, I'd probably prefer to stay away.
He doesn't even want to.
No, but because the thing is, if you've done I've done all that in this life, so it's about moving on to another life and meeting different people, isn't it?
Yeah.
Otherwise, what's the point? It's just like the same all over again, but everywhere's white. I mean, I don't know if it is like
Do you
this.
think God would like this podcast?
Well, I suppose it just kills half an hour, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, but time's not a problem for him, is it?
Yeah, it is, because he lives for ages, so he needs loads of filler. I bet he's, doing stuff that he's just like, I'm not really into this, but it's something to do, isn't it?
Sudoku and stuff.
But I think there'll be just as many problems up there as there is here, because at least people are leaving here, whereas up there, that's the thing that I'd be worried about the most, actually, that it's really crowded. Because it's years and years of dead people, isn't it? London does me head in. Up there, it's going to be well busier than that.
Oh,
What
man.
about teen-
Now, that's another thing that I have concern with, is that it's going to be so crowded. Like, there's local singer-songwriter Joey Harcum that we've talked about on the show.
Yep.
Band Pasadena, a song called Rock Bottom, where there's a lyric in there where it says, if I were to go to heaven's gate, say Peter, say son, you came too late with the property tax and the interest rates, you can't afford this place. So it's like that, and this has given me thought of, like, what if it is too crowded up there? Or
I feel like it. Who knows? I obviously have no idea.
none of us really do.
No, and yeah, I don't know. In my personal belief, for me, there is a God. I believe in one. And for you, what would you want said God to say to you? The same question.
I don't know if I could say it on here.
All right. Well, that answers that.
Yeah. Heaven is Florida. There's unlimited fried chicken.
Mind the alligators.
Mind the alligators. There you go.
Yeah, there you
What
go.
about you? What about you?
I want him to say, well, that was close. You know?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What about teenagers, and do you feel that life was better in, say, the 1950s?
I don't know, I wasn't around.
So but you understand what it was like in those days? You've seen Happy Days.
I don't know, people always say, don't they? Old people always say, it's a better life in the 50s. And it's like, yeah, it was for them. Of course it was for them. They're old now. Being old isn't great, is it? So you're just happy with your lot. I suppose I was happier starting about 1984.
Right.
A specific year.
Why? Why was
It
that?
was just I was free and happy. Do you know what I mean?
How old were you?
I don't know.
He's just counting on his fingers now.
12.
Right, okay.
And it was just good.
So the happiest days of your life were between the age of 12 and 13?
Yeah, it was good. I had the world ahead of me.
Little did you know your hair was going to fall out and you were going to whinge every minute of the day.
I had my bike. I like messing about my bike. You had your mates. I had a pet magpie.
So you were probably the teenager that you eventually hate?
Probably.
Were you a good lad, law-abiding?
I wasn't bad. I just sort of, just potted about. I mean, when people talk about what was on the telly back then, I don't have that much memory of it because I was always out. I was always playing out.
What were you doing when you were out?
Just playing about, just like on a bike or...
Just riding in a circle endlessly through blizzards,
I loved it.
rain, sleet, hail.
I never seemed to be in. I was always... When everyone always goes, where were you when Band-Aid was happening? I was always out on my bike. And everything was
Like you and McGregor?
A memory's always sort of like coming in for some orange and looking at the telly and seeing Princess Diana's getting married, and my mum says, have you seen this? And I'm going, oh, I'm going out on my bike. I was always doing that. The only time I was in the house...
This is why you don't know anything, because you never stopped.
Yeah, but this is what being a kid's about.
But
That's
all
what I
the
mean, being
information
free.
you have, Carl, is as though you gleaned it as you raced by on a bike. It's almost like, every piece of information you have.
Your hair blowing in the wind. Carl, your hair will blow out one day. Oh, don't talk stupid, ma'am.
was easy. So yeah, 12 to 13 was good.
But you see...
And it was all downhill from then, was it?
13, you're a teenager then, aren't you? Life got tough.
Yeah. How did it get tough?
Just straight away when I was 13, my mum was like, oh, it's your 13th birthday, you're a teenager now.
Right.
And she gave us a quid to go and get a cake to celebrate it. Went to the supermarket, got a cake, and I just thought, I don't like the look of this. Don't like the look of the way the future is here.
On his 13th birthday.
Well, you were buying a cake. What did you see at the supermarket?
It was kind of like, I don't know, I suddenly felt grown up. And I didn't like it.
But I think you were always about 58, really, with your outlook.
Well, yeah, my mum always said I was old. She said I was an old baby. She said I could frown before I could walk. So I always had a bit of a worry look on my face. Didn't say much, just always listened. My eyes moved about more than I did. Just sat there looking around, looking stressed.
My eyes moved about more than I did. Oh dear, couldn't walk. Well, I can't walk, but I'll try and get a bit of movement in my face. It's a workout, a baby workout. Oh, babies, well, if you can't walk, what about your face? Let your face do the walking.
It sounds like that horror film. It sounds like Pilkington's Baby.
Yeah.
Just you lying there in your cot.
I didn't like all the stuff that's set up for you. Like, my mum tried to send me to, like, a nursery. I said, no, I'm not having this. I said when I'm older and I've got to go, I'll go, but let's leave out this bit. And she said, all right. She was...
I love that he could reason with her. I love him. He's 3 years old with a pipe. She's going, you're going to nursery. She goes, I think not, Mum.
I mean, kids don't play out, do they? Kids, parents are scared to let the kids play out, and that's why the streets are dangerous now, because no one's playing out on the streets. Whereas when I was a kid, everyone was out on the streets. The streets were safer because there was more people knocking about. Play out.
It must be like a constant, like a Larry painting. His front garden. Do you know what I mean? Just loads of people just walking around.
There was never any problems. I was sort of taken away by some fella.
What?
What?
No, I was playing about in the garden.
Yeah.
But my dad's mate Tony,
Yeah.
he did tiling with him. He drove past, and he saw me looking a bit fed up, so he just leant over, picked me up, took me to the pub.
To the
The
pub?
thing is, there wasn't panic. People weren't going, oh God, where's Carl gone?
He's out.
Just
How old were you?
He's
out.
down the pub. He's 4 years old, yeah. But he's only having a...
He's down the pub with Tony, probably playing darts.
Yeah, I was about 3 or 4.
Sorry, so some bloke drives by who happens to be a friend of your dad's, thinks that baby looks grumpy.
Yeah.
I'm taking him down to the pub.
That's what it was
Tony,
like.
you bringing a baby to the pub? Yeah, I might do. Yeah, we're bringing ours. All right, see you later, mate.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Whereas now they go, the baby's gone. There's a big full-on panic going
Yeah,
on.
but I think it says more about your parents that they didn't do that. They looked out in the back garden, you were gone. Some bloke's driving off in a van. They're just going, oh, well,
We rode down the pub.
doesn't Princess Diana look lovely? This is absurd. So
That's
what when you go to the
awesome.
pub?
I just was there for a bit, and then
For a bit, just had a game of pool.
then my dad came in. It was like, oh, there you are.
I love that. Where's my baby? I'm just going to have a quick pint.
So,
Oh
yeah,
shit!
I think things were better back then.
I would have to agree.
Yeah. No worries. Not a worry in the world. Just be back before
sunset.
sunset. Yeah.
Yeah.
Life was good then. Not that I would know.
No.
I mean, actually, it did because my mom would have us playing outside, and
Yeah.
like small town area.
I feel the same way. Like I was never in. I was
Yeah.
never inside. I was always outside. Just
Yeah.
exploring, doing boy stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and yeah, I couldn't tell you what was happening.
No, because there's such a great world outside.
Yeah, and that was obviously before internet.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Oh,
wow, that feels like really old, man.
I'm seeing gray hair.
Wow,
Start.
yeah, that does. Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Yeah, I grew up without internet.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's like and it reminds me of a meme I saw of I don't know why this is the pub part reminded me of this. Liam Gallagher saw this one kid crying on the street. Is like, hey, here's a pack of Stella. Drink this. You're gonna be someone someday. That
Yeah.
kid grew up to be John Lennon. That's what that reminded me of.
Yes.
Uh,
Or was it the other way around?
Well, it's that time.
no, it was the Liam Gallagher to John Lennon.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. It must be time for Karls Diary.
Let's do it.
Well, it's that time again.
Yes.
It's Karls Diary.
Yes.
Oh, what's he written today?
Told
Every time.
Suzanne that I had read that we will have spoken to aliens by the year 2025. Ricky once told me that if a lion could speak English, it still couldn't have a good chat with us because its life is different to ours. If that's true, we've got no chance with an alien. I'd be worried that an alien could read my mind. I had that problem once years ago when I worked in a studio making cassettes. Some mind-reading woman was having some cassettes made. She waited while I did them. She had a small dog. I knew she was trying to read my mind, so I just thought about the dog. I thought that would confuse her because she wouldn't understand why I was thinking about her dog.
That's amazing.
So, firstly, how did you know she was a mind-reading woman?
Everybody who came in having cassettes done, you'd find out about what the job is. So, you know, if it's a band or whatever, it might be a police station needing blank cassettes to interview people.
Yeah.
And she had them to sort of use during a thing where they do mind reading and stuff. So
Right.
you get
A recording,
recording
of
of
the...
it.
Yep.
And she was just there and she was staring at me like that, just looking over. And the dog was sort of looking worried, and they pick up vibes, don't they?
No.
They do.
And why was
Were they looking? I'm not being funny. Were they looking at the roundness of your head? Do you
They
think?
were just looking at me, and I was sort of panicking a bit. And the more that I was thinking she's reading my mind, I was thinking she knows that I know that she's reading my mind. So I just stopped thinking about her reading my mind, thought about the dog
What were you thinking about the dog?
running about on the beach.
He remembers what he was thinking.
No, just so she thought, oh, hang on a minute, it's not his mind, it's the dog's mind I'm picking up.
Oh, so you thought she'd go? Oh no, I'm getting it all tangled up. I've got a cross line here.
I went out with my mate Laurie. He said he was in a pub at the weekend and saw a bloke whose hands were on the wrong arms.
What?
No! What do you mean?
Well, he had his left hand on his right arm and the right hand on the left arm. I don't think this would be a problem if he's been like that from an early age. When I was in Ripley's in LA, I saw a bloke whose head was on back to front.
That's more annoying, innit, than your hands. Innit?
Now then, would you walk? How would you walk? Would you be walking backwards, Carl, so that you could walk? So you're basically walking forwards.
I reckon I'd walk
would-
sideways so nobody would sort of tell the difference. It'd just look like,
Oh God! He solved it again. He's thought it through.
Oh my
Got home and
god.
read in a magazine. There was a story about a baby that was born that looked like a frog. What magazine's this?
that made the news. That was in a proper newspaper in the end.
It didn't really have a neck or top half of its head. It would look all right if it always wore a scarf and a hat. The world would be a more interesting place if there were loads of different types of humans like there are creatures. Then some people would be good at certain jobs. Spider people, ant people, builders. cockroach people, dustbin men.
What?
Good idea, isn't it?
I mean,
Cockroach men, Spider-Man, what are you talking about?
Look at some insects, right?
Yeah.
They don't have machinery, yet they're getting by, aren't they? They have their lives like we do. They get up, they wander about, they collect food, they tidy up, they fix stuff, they make their own house. We can't do any of that. So what I'm saying is, why aren't we using them? Why are these cockroaches with all these powers and stuff
powers
going
Powers.
about?
It's all these
But how
powers.
could we use them? How could we harness them?
Just told you, dustbin men. Or whatever that's
No,
called.
you said that if they were also men, if they were cockroach men, we could use them.
You've left a big bit out, but when that 1-inch cockroach becomes a 6-foot bloke wearing a jacket.
It's just that we always use insects for like a bit of fun. You see flea circuses and all that, which is all very well, but I don't think it's getting the most out of them.
What?
What?
Woke up at 9:55 As soon as I woke up, I looked at Suzanne and she looked at me. I said, "Did I tell you about the immune system?" Suzanne started laughing. I said, "It's amazing." She said, "Not now." Springing into action, he zips up, his eyes are like... Did I tell you about the immune system? Oh, shut up, Carl. Put the kettle on.
God! Oh, fucking hell!
That's so
That-
random, though.
That'd be so annoying. Not even a good morning. Oh, hey. He's just like, oh, it's a new day. Have I told you about the mute? Like, you need an ad blocker for Carl. That's what it's
a Carl
like.
blocker. That's what we need.
Wow.
Carl, let's give him a list. Top 5 something. What are you interested in? Are you interested in news, sport, TV, cars, movies, style?
I mean, I'm into weird stuff, but it seems a bit tight to stick them in a list.
What, like what?
Well, like, sort of freaky people and that. I've got that freak book. But I don't know if they'd be happy if I called one of them and said good news.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah,
from...
we know.
Throwback to Meet Carl Pilkington Part
Yeah,
1. The
Part
Elephant
1.
Man.
Number 1, because you've got 4 legs or whatever. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, then this is the Carl Pilkington Top 5 Freaks in a number 5.
Probably something not too good at number 5, but it's still interesting. Lighthouse Man.
Who's that?
What's
What?
Lighthouse Man?
What's Lighthouse Man?
It's a fellow with a hole in his head.
Hold on.
What he does...
Hold on. I know he's gonna explain it now, but I just need a second.
A man with a hole in his head?
Oh, God. Let's see what he
All
has
right,
to say.
cool. What?
Rather than moan about it, sticks a candle in it.
Shut up.
No
What are you
way.
talking about? Where is the hole?
he didn't call himself Lighthouse Man, did he?
Well, I don't know. It's just what he got nicknamed because he had this hole. Doctors were like, "There's nothing we can do. Can't fill it." Thought, what can I do with it? And it was of the days when there was no electric and that. You had to walk about with a candle. So hang on a minute.
Okay, I can have both
Got a
hands
little
for
candle
you.
holder here. Stuck a candle in it. And he just got nicknamed the Lighthouse Man. So again, it's not that amazing, but I like the way he was sort of energy efficient.
So was it in his forehead?
No, on the very top of his head.
That's perfect. You don't want it in the forehead, Steve. You'd have to walk back with
That'd
your
be
neck
ridiculous.
crick.
So he was like a kind of human jack-o'-lantern.
He's a Lighthouse Man. What, Steve, what
Sorry, mate, yeah, I
better
forgot
description
about
do you
that.
need than the Lighthouse Man?
So yeah, he's probably at number 5.
Wow, that's a number 5, Steve.
Number 4.
What about Pig-Faced Woman of Manchester Square?
What? Oh,
Again,
no.
You're getting what it says in the tin there, aren't you?
Right.
And it's just this woman who had a face like a pig. And the rumour was
Yeah.
that it wasn't a woman. Someone said it was a pet bear and they'd shaved it.
What?
What?
That's what
Was
I've
this
heard.
someone? Was this someone you saw? Or
No,
that you
no,
just read about?
this is going back.
This is years ago.
This is years and years ago.
Yeah.
When there was
What?
loads of like weird looking people. I mean, the fact that it's Pig-Faced Woman of Manchester Square
Yeah.
says that there might have been one in.
Piccadilly Circus.
Yeah. So there was a lot more of them knocking about back then.
Let's assume that it was a woman, and the first one, the Lighthouse fellow, he's a human. Do you think people would object because of their disfigurement, deformity, like being called freaks? Do you think?
Well, it gave them a purpose back then. See, if you were a freak years ago, there was work for you. You'd have these circus things. Now, if you've got a funny head, you're on the dole.
Number 3.
Oh.
What about Elephant Man?
Right.
Stick him
All
at
right,
number 3.
He's surely the most famous freak. ever to have lived, isn't he?
He's the one who got me into it.
Right, yeah, sure. He's sort of entry-level freak.
Yeah.
A gateway freak.
Everyone is aware of him.
If the Elephant Man still existed, right, and you got the opportunity to meet him, and you walked in, a couple of questions. One, what would your first reaction be? And two, what would you say to him? What would your first question be?
How would I react? Well, I've sort of seen him enough now that it wouldn't shock me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even think I'd flinch.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, when I first saw you, that was a bit weird. But now, look, I can look at you. I don't double take or anything. What would I say to him, though? What? I'd probably say, where do you get that hat to fit you? You always had that on. Where do you get that from?
Wow.
That sort of flat cap that he's got.
Yeah, that one, didn't he? So, yeah, I'd have him. So he's at number 3.
Right. Elephant Man number 3. I can't wait for
Blimey,
2 and
yeah.
1. Right, okay, number 2.
Well, I know what my number 1 is. It's just number 2 now. I don't know his name, but there's a fella knocking about. Well, I don't think he's around anymore. But he had like a normal body. Looking at him, you'd go, "What's up with him? He's not a freak." Takes his undies off. He's got 2 knobs.
Right.
What?
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, there's nowhere to start. Do you
I
think
don't know.
he uses them alternately, like have a wee out of this one, have a wee out of that one, or does he just like spread the load so he's weeing out of both?
I don't think he knows.
What do you
I
mean
think it's
he doesn't
sort of
know?
like a lucky dip. When he goes to a urinal,
Yeah.
he can have a little bet with himself. He's just like, I don't know what's going to happen here.
So do you reckon he holds them
Holds
both
them
out?
definitely.
So he takes his trousers down because I mean, you know,
Yeah, you can't use a Y front.
right?
It'd be,
Need more like a W front.
Yeah. So he pops his kicks down there.
I don't think it's that much of a problem. It's not like...
Wow. I don't know.
I'd prefer that than Elephant Man's head.
Well, of course you would.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
What if you had Elephant Man's knob?
Yeah, but it didn't work like that, did it? That's the thing. They said he had the body of an elephant, but that's the only thing that wasn't of an elephant standard. His knob was normal. Whereas with this fella, it's the other way around. Everything normal. Take the pants off. Oh, well, what's going on here?
But why would you ever take his pants off?
No, I wouldn't. I'm just saying if...
But why? I don't know why you'd be in a situation with this man with 2 knobs standing there with his pants on, and you go pop your pants off. You're not a doctor.
No, I say if I'm waiting in a cubicle, and he's there.
For what?
Sorry, you're
I'm
waiting in the queue when he
I'm
comes
waiting
in.
I'm waiting to have a wee at a cubicle.
Oh,
He's
in the
taking 2
toilet.
urinals up. I'm going, "Hang on, you don't need them both, do you?" He goes, "Well, actually,
Oh, and then
have a look at this.
Right.
He's got 2 knobs."
See, I didn't see him at 2 urinals. I saw him at 1, maybe them pointing inwards.
If you had that, say the first time that you met Suzanne, would you mention that straight up?
Would you say, right, before this goes any further, I've got something to show you?
Well, let's see. Tell me exactly what you would say.
You had normal head then, didn't you?
I had the same head, yeah.
Yeah, but it had like hair coming out of it, didn't it? And sort
Yeah,
of like,
yeah, but she also had a smaller arse back then as well, so I think...
Oh,
Anyway, we need to get to number 1.
oh.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get to number 1, that would be a nightmare for me to have 2
Yeah.
members.
Well, you got to... You just lead with that?
Yeah, like how do you even bring that up? And,
Yeah.
like you can't go and show it, you know,
No.
especially not on first date. That's taboo.
Yeah. Interesting.
Just be
Interesting.
thankful we don't have that situation.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, number 1.
okay, it is.
It's Pillow Man.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
Hello,
Hello,
man?
Okay, now explain for those that don't know
Oh.
who he was.
He's a fella with no arms and legs, just a head and a little body.
Oh.
Well, why is he your favourite?
Just because he's amazing. Just the way he just got on with his life. He used to light a cig, just using his lips and his tongue and that.
Oh, I've
And
seen
not
this. It's
fully lit. He'd buy like roll your own.
Yeah, it's in the film Freaks, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he
He had a
rolls it.
shave as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
How did he have
Do you
a
think
shave?
he used to do it? He used to get it in his mouth, and I don't know.
Jesus.
It's amazing. Did he have a knob?
I think he did because he had some kids.
What?
Yeah, he had kids. He was an all right looking fella. He wasn't odd looking. He's just
Sorry?
he had no. He looked like Samuel L. Jackson. Imagine him with no arms and legs.
What?
Right, that's odd though, isn't it? Really?
It's weird, but you've got to give it to him. You know, I mean, he's there rolling his own. He's pretty cool looking.
I just want to say to people, it's no. You say it looks cool, to, you know, with no arms and no legs to smoke, but don't forget that smoking can stunt your growth.
Yeah, but Yeah, remember, he was on like this circus freak show thing with like a bearded woman,
Yeah.
right? Which isn't really a freak, is it? She could have had a shave. Have a shave, you're not a freak anymore.
Yeah.
A bearded woman. Compared to a fella who's got no arms and legs, a bearded woman, get out. But there was like a fella with no bottom half to his body, called Johnny Eck, was his name. So, you know, when you're knocking about with that crowd, you're going to get a bit. You're going to get a bit. So, yeah, he had kids and they were all normal kids. They had all the limbs.
Did his
everything.
wife had arms and legs?
Never saw his wife.
Never saw his wife.
I think
He was probably ashamed of her. She was a bit of a freak.
for someone like him, you'd think he'd just give up, wouldn't you? You think, forget it. What sort of life is it?
Yeah.
I'm like a Mexican jumping bean. It's not worth living. But he just got on with it.
Oh my
I mean,
god!
to have a shave, I don't even bother having a shave some days.
No. Nor did the bearded lady. Lazy fucking bitch.
So that's why I've put him at my number one position. It's just amazing, isn't it? The human, you know, how you know, whatever you dealt, some people just get on with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Pillow Man, or Draft Excluder, as I prefer to call him.
There you go.
Oh shit!
Oh man.
Now, me and Steve are a couple of big shots. We do this for a laugh, but this is Carl Pilkington's only source of income. This is what you do now, isn't it?
This is my full-time job, yeah.
What do you think of that? Is
It
this
depresses me.
Why?
This isn't what I ever wanted. Because I haven't got a purpose, have I? I'm sat here talking about the Pillow Man. If it weren't for him, I'd have nothing to say. It just depresses me. That I just wish I had a job where I felt like I was needed. And I don't feel needed. It's not a proper job.
We need you.
We need you.
We need you for money for old road.
I know, but this isn't. I wanted something that, you know, when you die and that, it's, you know, you get up to the gates, whatever, and they say, "What have you done?" And then I'm looking worried, thinking, "Is the Pillow Man about?"
Oh, dude, this one was great.
This one topped it all. Two
This
thumbs
one-
up's not enough for this one.
Yeah, this one was good. This one had me laughing a lot.
Oh man, especially the Freaks one. Like that's like classic KP right there.
Dude, yeah. From a very early on in this channel, we figured that out.
Yeah.
Because he brought the book.
He did, yeah.
It's just crazy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy what fascinated him.
Yeah.
You know?
And probably still fascinates him to this day.
Has to.
Yeah.
But this
Man.
is crazy.
Yeah.
This is
great.
crazy. So next episode is season 2.
Yeah, season 2.
Wow.
Yeah. It's taken us this long to get through season 1.
Holy crap.
Imagine if it took us this long to get through Idiot Abroad.
Well, you know what happened is that we were flooded with a lot of Carl. So
We were.
even though it seemed like we've done all of them, we really haven't.
right.
But we've done a lot of Carl on the channel.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Gotta love it at this time slot too.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I
for
mean,
sure.
if you're still awake, then apologies that we haven't gotten you to sleep yet.
Yeah, just loop it.
Yeah, just do it again. Loop it. Yeah.
Loop it.
Yeah. Anyway,
man.
thank y'all for liking, commenting, subscribing, hit that bell, and sharing with your friends.
Definitely, guys.
Until next time, wash your hands, scrub your toes, wipe your ass, blow your nose, embrace the suck.
And unplug and do something epic.
Good night, y'all.
Later.